next week. Our very first test is a 2-week alpha in Brazil and the Philippines, just on mobile.
That's right, baby.
Pre-registered during League's 10-year anniversary.
Wild Rift gameplay.
This is just a first step.
So let me just put it on pause. So what we're gonna do in this video, welcome everyone by the way, is we're gonna watch through the most important parts of the Wild Rift gameplay reveal. So let's get right into it, and I'll give commentary on stuff that I noticed.
And we're eager to expand from there because we need your feedback on some really important things. First, and most importantly, we need you to tell us if we've hit our mark for delivering a true League of Legends experience.
Honestly, first impression of this game, it looks good, but it kind of looks like Mobile Legends.
Controls.
You know?
I personally think it's pretty magical, but it doesn't really matter what we think until you get your hands on it and your playtime. Exactly.
So they're gonna start testing in the Philippines and Brazil in 1 week. So people are gonna start testing to play Wild Rift, guys.
And we want to know more about how our round game systems are meeting your needs. This is everything outside the match on the Rift itself, from collecting champs and skins to our other metagame systems.
Yeah, they basically want to test out everything. They want to test out if their way of doing things are good.
And because an important promise of Wild Rift is that you can play it with more of the people you care about, we want to know if our onboarding is going to help.
Oh, the game looks good, man. I gotta say.
In League of Legends, so you can play together.
I gotta say, it looks really good.
We're testing our infrastructure and service capabilities. The game's got to run smooth on your device, lag-free on the network, and free of cheats and cheaters.
Yeah, more things that they're going to be testing out. So if you, as he mentioned before, if you pre-registered, check your email. If you're lucky enough to be picked, then yeah, you got picked. That's all nice.
And to prepare for that, we're going to give you a peek at what we're up to with updates.
So later on in this video, they will actually start to explain everything on the map. So make sure to watch this video. Like wait until the end. Like now they're gonna reveal all the champs that are gonna be in Wild Rift. So if you're familiar with
the product manager for champions on Wild Rift.
If you're familiar with Wild Rift,
champions a while ago, and our philosophy remains simple. We want to retain the feel of your favorite champions so they are authentic to what you know from League, and we only look for changes where it makes sense, like to accommodate Wild Rift's faster game pacing, our slightly smaller map, or to adjust for the dual stick controls. Now you're probably wondering who has made it into the alpha roster. So we put together a little something to show you who made the cut this time around.
Alright, now you guys are gonna see which heroes are gonna be, or champions I should say, which champions are gonna be there for Wild Rift. I don't know all these names because I haven't played League of Legends, but some of you may know, like these are all the heroes. Now I'm gonna speed this part up a little bit because there's a lot of heroes. This is Draven, right? This is the hero that goes around. So yeah, enjoy this part, guys. Oh my god, I gotta say, these champions look amazing. The art is mwah. Really good. Just look at that. Oh my god. This game is gonna be the game changer, like you can tell. This is so beautiful. I'm not even gonna speed this up. It's so amazing that I'm not even gonna speed this part up. And for the League of Legends players, you all know which heroes, which champions these champions are, right? Ooh. And later on in this video, they actually mentioned that they still believe that they will bring out Wild Rift in the end of 2020.
It's just the start, and there'll be lots more in the near future. Wild Rift features a dual-stick control scheme that we hope feels natural to mobile.
Yeah, so there's only gonna be a joystick. So unfortunately for the Fanglory players, no tap control. This means that Mobile Legends players, Arena of Fighters players, they will have an advantage compared to Vainglory players, because Vainglory players are used to touch control, and obviously all the other games have joystick control.
Responsiveness and precision.
I still think it's gonna be nice, but it kind of sucks that there is no tap control, right? Because we Vainglorians love tap control. It also allows for higher skill gameplay.
Targeting, aiming, and some new tech we're not quite ready to show yet. Now with that in mind,
But I gotta say, it just looks so good.
Of Wild Rift's champions. For Nasus players, we felt it was critical to maintain his infinite scaling, raid boss.
Yeah, so they're kind of gonna keep the champions the same, right?
We adjusted the speed at which he gains stacks of Siphoning Strike to make sure that he can still ascend in the late game.
So as you can hear, they did minor changes to heroes.
A couple months ago, that we were polishing up his stack deck to be more than a passive ability. The new version grants our favorite gambler a burst of attack speed, opening up new potential build paths.
So basically, they're gonna keep all the champions the same, but they're gonna do minor changes and tweaking just for mobile. I think that's cool.
This Fortune's kit already works great on Wild Rift, but we took the opportunity to change Double Up into a skill shot to accommodate our dual stick control.
Yeah, so they're just changing some stuff up.
Misfortune players more gameplay opportunities.
Hmm.
While some champions, it made sense to make some small adjustments.
Yeah.
Janna, she was a perfect example of a champion.
Oh, imagine if this game had tap control, guys. Just imagine. Ooh, that would be so good.
For Shyvana, we wanted to push the envelope a little further and really bring out her Dragon Hunter thematic while not adjusting her core gameplay pattern too much. Now, when Shyvana takes a Drake,
Man, I'm gonna play this game a lot. So later on in this video, they will also explain red buff, blue buff, other jungle camps, dragons, everything. So make sure you keep watching.
Drake will grant Shyvana a slow on her twin bite. So, as you can see, we are keeping the experience pretty close to PC, with a few changes that hopefully better fit our new platforms. We think it will be awesome if you can pick up some of your favorite champions in Wild Rift and immediately start showing off your skills against other players.
So what I don't like personally about Wild Rift, they mentioned that the games will be around 15 to 20 minutes. So it's like Mobile Legends. So in Vainglory, almost all the games were like 25 minutes and around that. And I think that's something that is really good and they should potentially think about with Wild Rift.
Let's hear more from Jonathan to talk about Wild Rift's core gameplay.
So now they're gonna talk about the core gameplay indeed. This is an important part.
I'm Jonathan Chow.
We're just gonna listen here.
Playing balanced team on Wild Rift. We've got a lot to share with you today, so let's get started. Wild Rift's gameplay will look pretty familiar to League.
Same
players,
drafting
so
system.
We start at the same place every League game does. Let's head into Champ Select.
I mean picking system, not drafting.
Just like on PC, you can select from a range of summoner spells that give you powerful but limited tools to turn the tide of battle.
Yeah, that is
Select
cool.
will be a little different, but we'll get into that later. With Wild Rift's rune
So
system,
compared to Vainglory only had a flask, which was quite stupid in my opinion. So in this game, obviously like League of Legends, you can have a flash, a heal, smite, everything,
we're looking to
shield.
bring the meaningful pre-game decision making of runes reforged on PC, but streamlined for shorter game sessions. There are 8 keystone runes to choose from, like Electrocute, Airy, and
Ooh,
Conquer.
I think this is the pay to win
Minor runes
factor.
to complement your choice. We added a few new minor runes.
It depends
to
whether you
make
can
Wild
upgrade
Rift,
it or not.
like Sweet Tooth, which grants you gold when you eat honey fruit. And
Oh.
Loyalty, which gives you and your lane partner defensive stats when you're close to each other.
I still think it's nice.
Stacks too.
This makes the
You might
game
have figured out
harder,
some of
right?
This already from our previous gameplay clips, but let's talk about some of the features of our map, which is called Wild Rift.
All right, let's look at everything of the map now.
And push forward. Defeat the enemy turrets and Nexus to win.
You all know how it works. It's literally the same as any other MOBA. So what I don't know, so obviously you start at the bottom left. Is the map mirrored? Because the map looks mirrored here. Like Vainglory, like top lane plays against top lane, bot against bot. Is that the case? For Wild Rift as well? Because it seems like it is. So the red buff, as you can see, late game damage buff. It buffs damage. It's pretty easy. And it changes up, like this one gives HP and mana, and late game it changes, it gives you even more. Like look, it changes, late game regeneration. That one gives you vision, very important. It says Om Nom Nom, so that one gives you healing and it slows you. And you're all familiar with that one. It shoots you somewhere else. Wait, what? Reimagined Nexus? Who needs to... Oh, so the Nexus is basically the turret. Okay, okay. Oh, look at this. There are so many dragons. It seems like there's 4 dragons. There's wards, of course, which gives you vision. The map looks amazing. It really looks like the Mobile Legends map.
Game that you would expect, but shortened to 15 to 20 minutes.
Yes.
From last hitting and
15 to
trading
20
the
minute
lane
games.
to setting up the perfect gank, to fighting over that crucial dragon, to clutch team fights.
It looks super high quality. The game kind of looks like Mobile Legends, but like better, you know, better.
For junglers,
Looks like
you
Mobile
can
Legends on
use
steroids.
Challenging Smite or Chilling Smite after you finish off 4 major jungle camps. That way you can get straight into ganking as soon as you're ready.
So they've
You
thought
expect
about
to
good
find
mechanics in
many
this
in-game
game.
items you'll know from PC, which can only be bought in the fountain. While the number and tuning of items
So you can only shop in the fountain, only when you go home. There is no shops on the map or anything else. You can only shop in
may
the
be
fountain.
different, their purpose is almost identical. For instance, Rabadon's Death Cap is still the go-to item for stacking up your abilities.
So it's the same items as League of Legends, but they're a little different.
And
Oh.
Trinity Force still deals tons of damage.
A lot of damage.
We also need feedback on our new Tier of the Goddess item designed for tanks.
So they also made new items.
And a
That's
great
interesting.
shield when you crowd control someone. Wild Rift also features many familiar active items, but each player can only purchase one. These active effects are now bought as a 3rd tier for boots.
So it's not like Vainglory. Like Vainglory has Crucible, Fountain, War Threats, like many active items. And as he mentioned here, you can only get one active item in Wild Rift, which, you know, it takes away some of the skill. But
Match any upgrade
oh
with
well.
any boot type.
They mentioned that they wanted to make
More
this
players
game
will
like
want
not
to pick
super
up the
hard to get
Redemption
into.
enchant, and tanks can grab the Stone Plate for extra resistances. Or maybe you'll want to try something that's totally different.
Oh, invulnerability.
We've added a quick buy pop-up for when
I like that a
need to
lot.
Get back to lane quickly too. We've built Wild Rift's gameplay with depth and strategy in mind. We want this to be a MOBA that's easy to pick up with friends, with a high ceiling for mastery, so we're hoping the core 5v5 experience lives up to your expectations.
Very cool.
Speaking of 5v5,
So that's it for the video. The rest is not really important. So all in all, oops, I put the InQ thing. Let me take it away. All in all, this game is very exciting. I think it's really cool. It definitely exceeded my expectations because I really thought it would be like another trashy Mobile Legends game, you know. And really, it looks amazing. I still don't like the fact that they have joystick, but it makes sense because joystick it's like easy, you know. It's very easy to play with joystick. Tap controls makes the game more challenging. But yeah, they won't implement tap controls, unfortunately. So let me know in the comments what you think of League of Legends Wild Rift. I think it's very exciting. I'm definitely going to be playing the game and making content for that. So make sure you subscribe. And yeah, that's it for today's video. Bye bye.